Don't be fooled. One Piece's female characters are some of the best in all of anime. For those who have yet to read or watch One Piece, they may have some preconceived notions about it. The anime has an infamous pacing problem and is one of the longest-running anime of all time. This can already be intimidating for new fans. Other preconceived biases can come down to the art style itself, especially when it comes to the designs of the women. One cannot deny the proportions of some of the female cast, especially Nami and Robin post-time, cross the line into fan service. While many characters in One Piece have unrealistic builds, the women in particular lack diversity in terms of their appearances. More often than not, they are drawn with extreme curves and the smallest waists imaginable, while characters like Sanji and Brook obsess over their looks and pine for them. However, one should not judge a book by its cover, as these women are so much more than their looks and fan service. In fact, there would be no One Piece without its female characters. While Luffy is the lead of One Piece, he would be nothing without his crew, especially Nami. She is one of the earliest characters to meet Luffy and eventually becomes the Straw Hat's navigator, a critical role for pirates out at sea. Without Nami, the crew would literally be at a loss. Plus, no one has found the One Piece yet, and if any navigator is going to do so, it's Nami, whose goal is to make a map of the whole world. Meanwhile, Robin joins the crew later on after the events of Alabasta. Her goal is to figure out what happened during the Void Century, deciphering what the mysterious Poneglyphs say about the world's history. Robin is one of the only people left alive to be able to do this, as the last surviving member of Ohara. Along with being a crucial, beloved member of the Straw Hats, she is key to unfolding the mysteries of the larger story of One Piece. Especially as One Piece enters its last saga, Robin's knowledge will be key to answering some of the major mysteries in One Piece. Nami and Robin are not just key players in the overall plot of One Piece. They are also vital members of the crew. Both Nami and Robin have stepped up to defend Sanji against villainous women, since it goes against his code to fight them, with Nami taking on Khalifa and Robin taking on Black Maria. They're also among the most intelligent members of the main One Piece cast. Robin and Nami both strive for what many would consider impossible, but are determined and smart enough to achieve their respective goals while using their brains to help the Straw Hats in the most difficult situations. Nami and Robin serve very key roles in One Piece and in the Straw Hat crew, which is phenomenal to see in a shonen series. While there are many incredible and popular female Shonen Jump characters, when it comes to the core ensemble of a shonen series, it's not uncommon for supporting female characters to be given significantly less to do than their male counterparts, even when they have incredible potential, as is the case for characters like Naruto's Sakura and My Hero Academia's Ochako Uraraka and Yoyorozu. Plus, when these female characters are given so little, it's easy for them to feel like they're meant to be an underdeveloped love interest or fan service, even when they are so much more than that. One Piece, however, is adamant that the Straw Hats avoid this fate. One Piece's creator, Eiichiro Oda, has explained that fans can forget about romance in his manga. Oda is not interested in writing a romance between the main characters, so each member of the Straw Hat crew, including Nami and Robin, can be developed as dynamic individuals outside any relationship. The great women characters in One Piece go well beyond just the Straw Hats. On more than one occasion, Luffy and his crew encountered princesses and heiresses, like Vivi, Rebecca, Mancheri, Viola, Hiyori, and Shirahoshi, helping them in their times of duress for their sake in their kingdom. Do not underestimate these princesses, though. They each have their own desires, often aspiring for the greater good of their countries. Plus, they are not a bunch of damsels in distress waiting for someone to save them. They play active roles alongside the Straw Hats, while also emphasizing the importance of asking for help. Meanwhile, There are plenty of complex and villainous women in One Piece, some who prove things are not always so black and white. Bo Hancock, for instance, is a warlord, a pirate initially thought to be an antagonist. However, she proves to be one of Luffy's biggest allies. Along with that, her tragic backstory as a survivor of abuse and helps inform audiences about the systemic issues with One Piece's world government while making her an admirable survivor. Other characters that were once enemies of the Straw Hats but eventually become allies to them, even if reluctantly, include the Marine Tashigi,